Hello YouTubers, Rogue Jr. here. This video is going to be a review of Battlefront 3. Now I've played the game for about 10 hours now, and I made a list of everything that I would change and everything that's good about the game. So I'm going to start off with the good. So first of all, the graphics are wonderful. I couldn't have asked DICE for a better job on the graphics. It's just beautiful. The character models are awesome. The hero models are freaking cool as shit. There's a lot of content in the game. There's 11 game modes. There's 11 guns. Each of them feel really unique. Like the guns, there's not one that's blatantly overpowered. They all have their strengths and weaknesses. Like some are better at range, some are better at close quarter combat. Other than that, the missions are pretty fun. You can play them in co-op, which is an awesome feature to have in Battlefront, because I really like playing with my friends, and obviously playing co-op is pretty cool too, because you can just play against the AI, which is kind of fun, and you can even play against each other in missions. And other than that, there's a fuckload of customization for your characters, as much as character models and emotes. There's like 50 star cards, which is insane. There's so many possible combinations and so many ways to play the game. This game caters to like every play style you can possibly imagine. It's a more casual game than what I'm used to, like with Battlefield 4. Pardon. I think there's not as much of a skill gap in Battlefront as there is in Battlefield 4. I mean, anybody can just jump on, and it's really easy access for every average player or just casual player, or somebody that just wants to play every now and then. It's really accessible for them, and they're not going to have like a really hard time having fun playing the game. Now, the things that I would change in Battlefront, like the issues that need to be addressed as soon as possible, are as follows. So first of all, what I noticed is, like, in playing in certain maps, I was like just running around, then I would jump on a box or like in a corner, and then I would stay stuck on like the stupidest shit. Like I'm gonna put a part of that in my video so you guys can see. I was like stuck like on top of a box for 2-3 minutes, and I couldn't do anything. I literally couldn't move. I was pressing every key, crouching, jumping, and my character wouldn't like budge at all. So that like wasted a lot of my time. It's happened to me in like multiple games, not just that sequence of gameplay. And it's kind of annoying, and I don't know why this is happening. I guess it's just a problem with the map. I think they might just have to do another pass on the maps just to make sure that everything is like flowing normal and you don't get stuck in stupid shit like I just said. Another thing that is pretty weird, I don't know if it's because I'm running DX Story at the same time as I record the gameplay, but after like every game, I lose the sound effects in the game following that one. So I finish a game, and then the game after that, I lose sound. Like I can't hear the gun fire, I can't hear footsteps, I can't hear trees crashing. All I can hear is like the background music, and some of the other sounds like flag captures and stuff like that. I've tried looking online and seeing if other people are having this issue, and as a matter of fact, people were having this issue, and some of them said that if you repair the game, you won't get this issue anymore. I tried it, it worked for a while, and then all of a sudden I started losing sound again, and every time this happens I have to restart the game, or else I won't get sound until I do that. And sometimes it even goes all the way to I have to restart my computer to get sound. It's kind of annoying because you always have to leave every server, and seeing as there's no server browser, you can't rejoin the server you were just in, so you always have to find another match through the matchmaking system, which is kind of annoying. Another thing that I noticed is the sound is often fuzzy and laggy. Like sometimes it's like really fast. Like I would hear, let's say for example I'm Emperor Palpatine, I would hear him start talking, and then he would start talking really fast. Like what gives? And then sometimes the sound is just distorted and fuzzy, and it's like choppy. It's weird. Even the music in the main menu sometimes gets really sped up and starts going really fast. That's another thing they have to look at. Like, I mean, we didn't have this problem in the beta. I don't know why the problem is here and now in the full release of the game, so they should take a look at that. But I don't know if it's because I'm using my wireless headset right now while I was playing Battlefront, so maybe I'll try and use my wired headset. Maybe it'll fix the problem. I'm really not sure. I maybe have to upgrade my sound drivers. I have no clue. And other than that, I find that the menu is sometimes really laggy. Like, I have my DX Story frame rate up in the left-hand corner, and when I join a game, like the deploy screen sometimes drop to like 10 FPS, which is basically like unplayable. You see image per image, and it's really annoying. I don't know if it's because I have an AMD video card, and I might have to upgrade my drivers for my video card. Maybe there's new drivers that came out with the release of the game. I might have to look into that, and other things being like the grenade spam. Like obviously, this has been an issue in pretty much all the DICE and Battlefield games, and Battlefront is pretty close to Battlefield. The grenade spam is ridiculous. Like, I mean, you can throw a grenade every 15 seconds through the star cards. Doesn't matter. I don't think it matters which grenade. I haven't unlocked them all yet. I think it's 15-second cooldown if I'm not mistaken. And the thing is that not only can you throw one every 15 seconds, but I noticed through playing that you can even have 2 star cards that are grenades. So you can have the impact grenade, the thermal detonator, so that potentially gives you 2 grenades to throw every 15 seconds, which is ridiculous, seeing as the grenades are pretty powerful and you can throw them pretty far. And then on top of that, there's the battle pickup system, which is, for example, you play Drop Zone, you get the little battle pickups when you capture the pod, and you can potentially pick up a thermal detonator, which gives you a chance to have 3 grenades. So you can pretty much like throw 3 grenades downrange and kill a fuckload of people in an instance of a second, and then 15 seconds later you can chuck 2 more grenades at your enemies, which is really annoying. I don't know if you guys have noticed this issue too. I find it really annoying. It just breaks the gameplay. It makes it not as fun as it would, because it's just like you walk around and, oh, there's a grenade there, you die. Spawn, start walking around again, boom, another grenade goes off and you're dead. So this is something like, I don't know, they should just make the cooldown longer on the grenades, or just simply make it so that you can't have 2 star cards as grenades. I mean, I know having 2 star cards as grenades limits you in the other star cards that you can equip, since the other ones are like the cooling chamber, the shield and stuff like that, but it's still annoying because you can't really have fun when you're getting that sort of grenade spam in the game. The other thing is, I noticed this at one point, getting a kill with a grenade. So I get the kill, 100 points for the kill, and then it says explosive bonus 50 points. I mean, so they're basically incentivizing people to get kills with grenades, which I find ridiculous. I mean, you should get points for killing people with your melee and stuff like that, and points for headshots, but I mean, come on, getting points for grenades? So people should just use grenades, because they're going to get more points from using grenades and explosives to kill people. I mean, it's just making the game a fucking clusterfuck. You can't move around without people like using grenades and explosives and rocket launchers and shit like that to kill you. It's ridiculous at this point. Other things that I would change that like aren't really important are the vehicle controls. Are like the flying vehicles, they're just terrible. It's not really I find you can't really play in those vehicles. It's just wonky. You turn the mouse a little bit, sometimes the vehicle turns a lot, sometimes it doesn't turn at all, and it's just it always feels shaky, and I don't know if it's input lag, but I don't think it is, because I don't see input lag as I play infantry, so it's probably only like the vehicle controls are weird. And I find it odd because DICE are like the pioneers of vehicle gameplay. Like, they started the jets and all that crap. Well, they didn't start the jets in Battlefield, but I mean, Battlefield has been a franchise about vehicle gameplay, and like the jet controls are pretty good in Battlefield. I don't know why they didn't transport this into Battlefront 3, seeing as it's the same engine and it's the same team that developed Battlefield 4 with Star Wars Battlefront. So they should like take a look at that. I don't care, because I don't really play in air vehicles. I mean, sometimes it's fun just to like have that Star Wars immersion and being in flying vehicles and like all that stuff. And like, I haven't even tried Fighter Squadron yet, because I probably would just get frustrated out of getting killed all the time from not being able to play properly in the flying vehicles. I'm maybe gonna try it soon, but I didn't put any of that footage into this video because I just didn't really feel like playing that game mode. Another thing, I would rather have seen more customizable character models for the Imperials, like stormtroopers. I feel that just being able to like put a head on your stormtrooper, like having no helmet on, kind of breaks the Star Wars immersion. I mean, you have a fuckload of these stormtroopers running around with no helmets. Like I get the fact that they just copied and pasted the character models from the Rebels to the Imperials. That it's a really cost-effective method for DICE and EA to do so. But I mean, they could have done other stuff, like just add a couple of character models that are in the 3 movies that the game is based on, and they could have just put those in there. Like most of them are just like different colors, but it would make it so much better customization wise, and it wouldn't break the Star Wars immersion as much as having a bunch of stormtroopers running around without helmets on. I mean, yeah, there's the Scout Trooper and there's the Shadow Trooper, but you only unlock those at like level 40 and 50, I think, which is quite a while, obviously. And another thing I find kind of bizarre right now is the fact that the typing system, like the chat system in game, is kind of off right now. I mean, sometimes you can type while you're in the deploy screen, and then other times you can't. And I would like to have a feature where you can always keep the chat open. I don't know if it's in there. I haven't really looked in depth into that, but I would like to have like a binding where you can just press it and have the chat hidden, show when it's being used or always on, like in Battlefield 4. That would be a good thing to have, because I'm just used to having it always on to see what people are saying. Let's say I'm playing with a teammate and he's not on TeamSpeak with me and he's trying to type to me. Well, I won't see that until I open the chat. I actually press my type key to see what he put in there. And if I don't press the type key, I'll never see what he put into the chat tried to tell me. And another small point is I find you get stuck on objects jumping around. Like you can't jump over the smallest objects. Even as Palpatine and all the heroes, the Jedi heroes, and you have the jump, which is really strong, and you can jump really high, but for some reason when you're like on a tree trunk, like next to a tree trunk, and you're trying to jump over the root of the tree, it's not letting you do that. I don't know if it's because of the collision system or something, but they should kind of look at that, because a couple of times I was trying to jump over it and I would just like stay stuck there. But you can obviously see that I was jumping way higher than the root of the tree, and I don't know, I just couldn't jump over it. But other than that, Battlefront is a pretty fun game, just because it's Star Wars universe, right? It's just so fun. It makes you relive your childhood. Like, I'm not that old, but I remember watching all the Star Wars movies and just like wanting to be a Jedi, like having that feeling and just running around and killing a bunch of rebels or Imperials, whatever the case may be. And Star Wars Battlefront 3 is doing a really good job with that, immersion-wise. Other than the point that I brought up of the stormtroopers being able to run around without helmets on. The game modes are really fun. No, I don't like all the game modes, honestly. Some that I find really fun are Supremacy, Walker Assault, which are really large, and it's a really big battle of like blaster rifles shooting everywhere and lasers flying and heroes running around with lightsabers. That's a lot of fun. I also like Hero Hunt, which is kind of unique. They did a good job with that game mode. It's fun because you have like 7 people hunting one hero, and then when one of those people manages to get the killing blow on the hero, they become the hero, and the person with the most kills at the end of the match wins. I like it because it's different than all the other game modes that we're used to playing, like in the Battlefield franchise. There's nothing even close to that type of game mode in those games, and it's really different, and I like it. And there's always the hero versus villains, which is really cool too. If you guys haven't played it, basically it's a 6v6 match, and 3 people per team get to play hero or villains. And then after each round, the 3 people that weren't heroes or villains get to play the hero and villains. So that's a really good game mode for people to be able to try all the heroes in the game other than playing on single player, because honestly, in like a Supremacy or Walker Assault match, it's kind of hard to find the hero power-ups. And sometimes it might take you a couple of minutes to actually find one, or you might not even get to play it the whole game. And on the other side, if somebody's really good with the hero and they manage to stay alive the entire game, then nobody gets a chance to play the hero or said villain. But yeah, that's about it for Battlefront. I'm really liking the game. I hope people are going to keep playing it for a long time, and that it's not just going to be a casual game and just die down like Titanfall. I hope they're going to bring us more content and to make it, I don't know. Personally, I haven't bought the season pass yet. I find it's kind of expensive compared to the Battlefield 4 Premium, which was $50 Canadian when it came out. And I don't know, the season pass for Battlefront is $69.99 Canadian. I don't know what it is in US, but I find it really expensive for like 4 DLC packs. I mean, why is it $20 more than the Battlefield 4 Premium? I mean, they're not really giving us much more content than they were in Battlefield 4. So I'm waiting to justify me paying that kind of money to get the season pass. Like, if people don't keep playing the game and it's just too much of a casual game, I won't buy the season pass because I'm not going to get my money's worth. Like, for example, in Battlefield Hardline, like, yeah, people play the DLC, but not that much. You're not getting that much for your money if you bought the season pass. Like, sure, they put out free DLC, but unfortunately, not many people are playing that game on PC. So I really hope that people are going to play Battlefront for quite some time, because I love the game so far, and I'm going to play it for a good amount of time, although I'm still going to keep playing Battlefield 4 because I find it just more tactical, and I really like the tactical part of Battlefield 4. But yeah, other than that, Battlefront 3, excellent game. I suggest it to everybody if you're a Star Wars nerd. Yeah, so this is it for the video, and if you have any comments or if you agree with any of what I just said, leave a comment down below. I'll read them, try to respond. If you guys have any questions or any suggestions, yeah, just leave a comment or just send me a Facebook or a Twitter message. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Take it easy.